Alright, it's test pipe day, take two. So, last video you saw that I started working to install the test pipes. Failed, demon bolt issue, whatever. I suck. So, gave up, said I was going to take it to a muffler shop. Found a muffler shop here in town and taking it up there today. I already know the outcome. I'm shooting this video to open after the fact. But this video is just clips of that and then the successful installation of the test pipes. At the end, we're gonna have the sound clips. Sounds really good. Don't want to spoil it, but everything worked out okay. Wasn't that expensive. Hindsight, you always want to try to do things yourself, prove you can do it, self-satisfaction and all that. But there are times you have to get people with the right tools and the knowledge. This was one of them, and I will say now, knowing how this went and the true cost involved, what it would have cost to have them do it from start to finish, not worth screwing with it. Honest to God, if you can afford to buy test pipes, dude, it's just include the price of going to a muffler shop and have people with the materials and the tools to do it, because they did it in an hour that if I had done the whole thing myself in the driveway would have taken a day. Not worth it. None. The price was very reasonable. I spent like $110 to have them swap this out. It worked out well. So anyway, here come the clips. They're pretty short and not a lot of detail because I didn't want to get in these guys' way when they were working. I think that's kind of rude. I just kind of shot here and there, little visuals of what was going on. And then at the end, we'll have the startup sounds and all that. So enjoy. Okay, coming back from the muffler shop, guys did great work. It's raining like crazy. You saw some of that clip, but they had to take a break. I think in total it was about an hour of actual work for the guy to do it. Super nice guy. I'll give a shout out here in a minute. Startup sound, you know what? At idle, it is really not that much louder than it was before. The sound is clean. It sounds just like it did with those HKS exhaust tips on it. Just a little bit brighter, I would say. The Megan Racing test pipes, I've heard that they'll give you a little hiss on the acceleration, and I've heard that a little bit. Sounds really good though, just from stock. And then to the axle backs, now that I've got the test and the wide pipes on it, it hasn't ruined the car at all. I've seen some other videos there. Guys were lamenting sorry, my mount's moving around. Guys have been lamenting putting these on because it just makes the sound inside the car terrible. It doesn't, man. At least for mine, these things sound really good. Just got the good. It's like a 3 or 4 fold increase over what the little throatiness you get from a stock G. Sound is awesome, actually. I got a cop in front of me, so I can't really romp on it to give a little interior noise sound, but it's not bad at all. It's completely livable. So I'm gonna get this back home, and then when the rain clears up, I'll get the mount out and we'll do some pipe sound on it. I've also got a little decibel meter I can throw out there. I was getting like 89 to 93 decibels out of the original setup, which was just the axle backs. So we'll see how much louder this is at idle, and then give it a few R's and see what it sounds like. But overall, first impressions, man. Oh, duh, the most obvious thing, forgot to even mention, hey, I don't have a check engine light. So, I mean, this thing had like a 1.5, 2-inch bung extension for the O2 on the Megan Racing pipes. So far, anyway, I do not have a check engine light. I was thinking I might get one, and then I might have to get those 90-degree elbows to get the O2 out of the stream a little bit more. but so far no issue with that. So check back here in a little bit, wait for this rain to clear up and finish this video. Here's trying to get down here, get a little video of the exhaust. There's the Y pipe going into the test pipes right there. It hangs low because one thing is that brace isn't present like it was on the factory ones, and some of those others like ISRs have the crossover attachment for that factory brace. It's not on these Megans. The exhaust is hanging down a little bit. I have to watch that as I drive around. Actually, maybe something I actually have to work on getting up. Maybe try to get a bracket put on or something. We'll see. But that hangs down quite a bit. I'm not super thrilled about that. Alright, not much you can see from the top, obviously. The sound, as far as the decibels, it's idling right now in warm. Let's see what we get out of this. Yeah, it's roughly the same as it was before. That's what I was saying, at idle, this thing really does not sound any different. It's not loud, it's not like you went straight pipes or something like that. It's completely manageable, livable. Some of those spikes you're seeing on that decibel meter are, it's raining right now, and it's probably some raindrops just hitting the sock right there, spiking it. But not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone down and give it some revs. That sounds really good, except for that rasp. I'm sure you could hear it. Definitely raspy, and it has that whistle to it. I was thinking about what might cause that whistle, and some other people have talked about it. I wonder if it's not where the airstream slides past that bung and creates like a vacuum right there, and just like a reed instrument, it gets that whistle sound going on it. But it's a little annoying, but you're not going to sit there and rev it just for fun all the time. And as I was driving at home, it wasn't noticeable. It only happens when you're driving it pretty much when the car downshifts and you get a quick change in the velocity of the exhaust. It's the only time you really notice it. So overall, it's accomplishing the goal that was to get the best possible performance out of the car before I take it into the tune this weekend. And I still think that in time I'm going to end up going with a high flow cats just for longevity and legality, so to speak. I don't know where this car is going to end up in the future, and if you sell it without the proper equipment for emissions, you're kind of asking for trouble. But I'll go get high flow cats on it here in a few months. Right now, like I said, I just want to get the tune done, get the most power I can out of it. The overall sound is really good. It's just the annoyance of that whistle. So next video coming up will be the tune. That's coming up this weekend. We'll see what kind of numbers we get out of it. I'm hoping again for 300 or better. Kind of be honest, be a waste of money if you don't at least get 300. That's not a huge jump over factory. It's like 23 horsepower for in all, and I got to total up the cost of the mods I've done, but I'm getting on 3, 4, 8, a little over $1,100 so far in mods just with the exhaust and intakes, and then another $650 plus for the tune. You know, 23 horsepower for $2,000 isn't very cost effective, but the horsepower, you know, you got to have it. So we'll see how it turns out, and I will post that video up this weekend of the tune, and then hopefully in 2 weeks the weather holds up good for the Friday night drags, and we'll take it out and see if we can't get that 13.